Hi, this is Dr. Darwin, the new dentist coach, with another episode of Ask Dr. Darwin on the New Dentist Coach podcast show, where we bring you answers to questions that you all have about getting into dental school, about surviving dental school, also about getting into residency and then life after residency. You guys send those questions to me at newdentistcoach@gmail.com, newdentistcoach@gmail.com, and we get the answers for you. And we get those answers to you in form of each videos. So be sure to follow me on Facebook, and also follow me on my YouTube channel, Dr. Darwin Speaks, as I post videos every week on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and even on Saturdays. So I don't want you guys to miss any of these videos at all. Today, we're going to be talking with a good friend of mine, colleague, classmate of mine from dental school, Dr. Catrise Austin, who's going to tell us about how she has developed and branded herself as a celebrity dentist, which she is. So today's episode is going to be based off our series of careers in dentistry, how to become a celebrity dentist with Dr. Catrise Austin. So Dr. Austin, welcome.
Thank you so much, Darwin, Dr. Darwin. See, we're friends, so I gotta call you Dr. Darwin. This is professional.
That's right.
Okay.
It's professional. Yeah.
Dr. Darwin, hey.
Professional and informative for Sundays. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Dr. Catrise Austin. I am a cosmetic and general dentist, author of a #1 international best-selling book called Get Smiled. I am a product creator of a new line of teeth whitening and oral care products called VIP Smiles. I'm from Flint, Michigan. Went to University of Michigan for undergrad, and with you, I attended University of Maryland, and I came to New York to start my career in dentistry exactly 20 years ago. I owned a private practice on 57th Street for 20 years that I actually sold last year. And now I am on the next phase of my journey in my career as a new business owner with the VIP Smiles product line. I'm best known as the Queen of Smiles because I have worked with some of your favorite celebrities such as Cardi B and DJ Khaled and Busta Rhymes and Common and Paul Abdul and Tony Braxton and Omarosa and all kinds of people in the public. He's shaking his head for a reason because some of my stars are very, very colorful and interesting. So that's how I got the name, most famously from working with Cardi B recently, transforming her smile. And it's not about, for me, just working with celebrities. It's inspiring the world, anybody who wants to have a beautiful, healthy, confident smile, letting them know that if they want it, they can achieve it. And sometimes we find barriers to achieve it, like money or family members or whatever the case. It may be yourself holding yourself back. I want everybody to know that the power of a smile is important. It can change your life, and I'm in the business of changing lives with a smile.
Wow. So, we unfortunately, we're going to be restricted on time today, but whatever we don't cover today, and once we get some feedback from people, we'll definitely have to have you back on some other the stories, and also just how you have become a celebrity dentist. So let's talk about that right now. As far as your training, there's some training that goes into it. Some of it is clinical, but most of it also is just business acumen, entrepreneurship. Kind of touch upon, if you would, a couple of points on how this concept of becoming a celebrity dentist, how you created it and how you implemented it.
So I did not plan to become a celebrity dentist. It just, well, let me just start off by saying I grew up going to concerts and entertainment because I had a young mother. So being around celebrities, I always was able somehow to get backstage and meet celebrities. So meeting celebrities is something that I always was able to do. The first being Run DMC when they came to Flint, Michigan. I wrote a letter and it went under the skating room door, and Russell Simmons came out and was like, "Who wrote this letter?" So I have pictures from when I was 12 with celebrities. So it's always been in my nature to be around or hang out with or be in the entertainment realm. When I came to do my residency, I was bored and I didn't know anybody in New York. So one of my co-residents and I used to go to the Boston Comedy Club in New York City in the Village. Every Sunday afternoon or evening, $5 was in my budget. But that's when Def Comedy Jam was hot. And all of these young aspiring comedians would go there to work out their material and try to get their start. Kevin Hart being one of them. He used to come, and honestly, he sucked. But he worked his material out and got to the point where he's the best. But being at that comedy club every single Sunday, I started to meet young comedians, and it really became a family after going week after week. And so while I was hanging out with the comedians, they were like, "We've never met a dentist like you. So I would love to support you. If you stay in New York, we'll support you." Comedians usually open up for music acts or other acts. So I used to go to their shows where musicians would be, and I would meet people in the music industry. So one day I'm in P. Diddy's restaurant, and it's called Justin's, and I see the legendary Isaac Hayes, and I said, "You know what? I've got to interrupt his dinner. I've got to meet this legendary icon," and that's what I did. I didn't even have a practice at the time, but I had business cards that said Dr. Catrise Austin, dentist to the stars, so I was faking it until I made it, and I approached him and introduced myself, and he told me to sit down and have dinner with him, and that was it. By the time I got done having dinner with him, he vowed to help me in my career and to get me in the field of entertainment. So he started taking me to the Acapulco Black Film Festival. I went to the Grammys with him. Everywhere he went, I was literally in his entourage, and he exposed me to the world of entertainment. And that's pretty much how I got my start. And then my mom, Mama Austin, told me I needed a publicist. Well, back in the 90s, having a publicist and not being an entertainer was like unheard of. But told me to call Eddie Murphy's publicist, Terry Williams, and I did. I gave her a cold call, and she told me that I couldn't afford her, but she gave me a reference to someone that I could afford. And Renee Foster was in my budget. She actually needed her teeth done, so we bartered services. And I got in Essence magazine, and there you have it. I just started to grow my business little by little. So it wasn't a plan. It kind of just happened with the help of one great man, Isaac Hayes, giving me my chance.
Good old Uncle Isaac. He's definitely truly missed.
Yeah.
I remember those stories.
Definitely.
I remember those stories and meeting you at Justin's restaurant, meeting P. Diddy's mom, and having drinks and with her. Oh my goodness! So
yeah,
again, that's a whole other episode and everything. But
yeah, we could talk.
But
now on the business end, you I really just kind of started taking classes, and eventually got a consultant who taught me how to run the business, because when I did start in 1998, I didn't know how to run a business. So I definitely hired help, because we don't learn the business of dentistry in dental school at all, which is something that I wish we could learn more and prepare us.
Right. And that's one of the things that we will be putting together for new dentists, how to run the business side of dentistry. We have a 2-day seminar, a live seminar that's coming up in 2019. I will tell you guys a little bit more about that, because that area, that portion of it is so important, because it doesn't make a difference how good you are clinically. If you don't have the business side, people are not going to come in, they're not going to be able to find you, they're not going to stay with you. And those are things that you need to know, be able to do to grow your business so that you can be in business for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So exactly. Training wise, it looks like part of it was just I'm not going to say luck, but more or less intention. You had an intention of what you wanted to do, and you stuck.
Yes.
And in addition to that, you continue to take classes, CE classes, cosmetic dentistry, veneers, or other procedures that you were wanting to do more exclusively.
Yeah. Yes, because also cosmetic dentistry back in the 90s when we were in dental school was it wasn't really a big thing. So I joined the AACD, the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry, where, you know, not a lot of us go to that conference. You and I used to be like one of a handful at that conference, and it's still the same way. So that's where I got a lot of my hands-on skills, and going to the Las Vegas Institute and taking classes at the Greater New York Dental Meeting. So whenever I have an opportunity to get hands-on training, that's what I do. And what I want to say about being a cosmetic dentist or a celebrity cosmetic dentist, it is, like I said, organic for me. I see a lot of dentists out here trying to be dentists to the stars. And you might get lucky and you might be able to create it, but like, I'm not faking it. It's a part of my lifestyle. It's what I have always been around. So it comes organically for me. You have to be authentic in whatever you do. And this is just who I am and what my environment has been since I was a little child.
Right. So tell us a little bit about your typical day in your office. What's your typical day like as far as how your day is structured and how you have it?
Well, when I had an office, because I'm no longer in the clinical practice, but when I had an office, I always prepared the night before so that my day would be very, very smooth. I always started the day off with a morning huddle, a morning meeting, so that we could be prepared for the day, be prepared for any emergency calls, and the day could run smooth. And then I typically, in cosmetic dentistry, my goal is to see as few patients as possible. I'd rather see 3 or 4 long cases than to see like 20 patients in a day. And towards the end of my clinical practice, I really got to the point where I limited my procedures to the things that I love. I hate doing fillings. I hate general dentistry. I love cosmetic dentistry. So that's what I built a name in my clinical skills doing. So I really got to the point where I was doing teeth whitening, veneers, and any teeth replacements that needed to be done. And that was it. So that made my day run very smooth. I was doing procedures that I love, and that made me a happy dentist. And a happy dentist is going to perform at their optimum performance level than someone that's not happy and stressed out.
Right. So even as a cosmetic or celebrity dentist, what's the range typically salary wise for those that are, you know, interested in pursuing that segment of our profession? Salary wise, as far as, you know, it's kind of, it might be a little bit difficult for you to kind of separate it out because you were also an owner at the same time. But what do you think?
You definitely should be able to mix $100,000 to $250,000, $300,000. It just depends on how good you are. And it's not just how good you are. You have to do a lot of marketing because especially in New York City, there's cosmetic people who call themselves cosmetic dentists. There were at least 12 or 13 in my building alone. So it's marketing yourself and distinguishing yourself as the best cosmetic dentist and making people understand why they need to come to you. So anywhere between 100,000 to, let's say, 300,000. If you are optimum needs, then your veneers anywhere between 2,000 and for tooth.
About 2,000 or 3,000 a tooth. Yeah, that's New York.
Yeah.
That's New York. LA, same thing.
Keep in mind, in dentistry, about 70% of your income goes to overhead. So we make a lot of money, but a lot of it goes out the door. So you got to budget, and that's where the business part comes into play.
Right, especially if you're doing those types of cases, like you said, veneers, maybe some full mouth rehabs. A lot of that is going to be your lab work. You're going to have a lot of lab work, your fees for your lab work.
You got to put the lab person good portion to that. If you're using a good dental laboratory, it's going to cost.
Right. Okay. So that kind of talks about the procedures that you perform, work hours. I'm sure some may be typical, but as an owner, it's a little bit different. Share with us your spiel.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to be a celebrity dentist, the demands on you are going to be much greater than the average dentist. You know that I would be in the office till sometimes 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because Busta Rhymes or DJ Khaled thinks that my office hours start at 2 a.m. because they're in the studio, and that's when it's a good time for them to come. So, I pretty much was on call. Busta's hit me like last night. So there is no office hours when you're a celebrity dentist and you're at service, because you have to work around their schedules. So it's kind of like being in a hospital setting. I might get called. I could be on vacation, and my hours are anytime. Weekends, there's no limits. So if you're going to be a cosmetic celebrity dentist, just know that your schedule is like pretty much 24 hours.
Right. Gotcha. So you've been at this game 20 years and have had different levels of success, at least success that others on the outside would see, but also you've had some personal success. Tell us a little bit about knowing what you know now, after 20 years of doing this and being intentional, and part of it's just who you are as a person too. Knowing what you know now, what would you do differently?
Knowing what I know now, I would have, I wouldn't have built a business from scratch, because I converted my office from a shoe store into a dental office. So if I was a new dentist starting off, I would find an existing dental office that's already constructed and maybe do some renovating. So that was a big investment right out the gate. Number 2, I would have hired associate dentists much earlier in the game. I didn't do that until towards the end of my my career in my office. I would have hired dentists and hygienists pretty much right off the bat, so that I was not doing it alone. I think I put a lot of stress on myself, and the business could have grown even faster had I had the prosthodontist, the orthodontist, and I would have been a multi-specialty practice a lot sooner than I became for business growth. And most importantly, if I had known that really the key is to build the business, to sell it, because that's what, if you see all the tech companies, they grow a business, they start a business, they grow a business. The name of the game is to sell that baby for a lot of money. So I would have thought about the way I operated my business a lot differently had I realized that the end goal is to sell it and make a shitload of money, right. Which I did last year. But I would have done it a little bit different in the way I built the business and kept my accounting. I would have just made sure everything, all the numbers, everything on paper would have been a lot more tighter.
Right. I got you. Well, that leads me into the next question as far as advice. What advice would you give those that are aspiring dentists, those that are coming out of dental school, looking to do, a lot of cosmetic dentistry, a lot of implants, just overall, what advice, what additional advice would you give those people?
One of the things that I still do today is read those dental journals. When I get Inside Dentistry, when I get Dental Town, I'm reading to see what's new and hot, what products are hot, from those procedures. Like, that is my learning on a every month basis. in the comforts of my home. Do those CE courses. They cost money. Yes, it costs to upgrade your skills, but you got to do it, and it's required to keep your licensure. But
Right.
when you're choosing those courses, choose the ones that are going to enhance your skills. Have a mentor, like Dr. Darwin or myself, and I get those questions all the time. And don't assume, and this might sound harsh, don't assume that you're entitled, that everybody's going to want to mentor you. I mentor the people who are worthy, that I feel that have the same drive that I did, that I can actually help. I can't help and mentor everybody, but I do choose the ones that I see potential. Shout out to Young Living Life in Savannah. Like he's going to kill it at Savannah State. He's going to be an amazing dentist. Like I'm investing in him because he's going to be the one. Heck, I want to be on my team. So just keep striving and take business, not only dental courses, learn business, learn law, learn accounting, because all of those things are going to help you in your career. And these new dentists are coming out with a lot of debt. So you have to really come out with a plan and a strategy of how you're going to pay your student loans back and avoid working 7 days a week just to make a living, because it's hard. So you got to really have a strategy. And I think starting a business is probably the easiest way to like really make money in dentistry. I know being an associate, you're only going to get like 30 to 35% of all that hard work that you do. And not everybody is cut out to be a business owner, but if you can start a business, and there's so many aspects of dentistry. You could be a consultant, you could go into service, you could do so many different ways. It doesn't always have to be clinical dentistry. So look at the various aspects of dentistry and find out. Public health, another aspect that doesn't get looked at. So find what's good for you and find out how you can build a business in that branch of dentistry.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I just want to piggyback on that whole notion of, you know, for new dentists coming out with an average of $270,000 of debt, and some places, some schools even more than that. You know, I think a lot of new dentists are feeling the pressure of that, and they're making decisions based on trying to service or pay down that debt service, and making some maybe not so wise decisions, especially working 7 hours, working in different practices that are really just looking at them as laborers, just laborers, not dentists, as laborers. So again, the money will come and the paying down of the loans will come. So, you know, don't, I think that was a key bit of advice, so that a lot of new dentists don't feel trapped with that debt over their head. So,
and it leads to, when you just take a job just to be taking the job, it's such an unhappy feeling. Like when you choose your home, your dental home, you want to be happy, and make sure that when they're interviewing you, you interview them and you have in mind what you see as an ideal environment for you. It's not about the money, because if you take a job for just the money, you're going to be miserable. And as we know, I don't know if this is still true, but dentists have a lot of stress, and we used to have a high suicide rate. So it ain't worth it. Nobody's teeth in the field of dentistry ain't worth it. So make sure you're choosing wisely. If you got to have a side hustle, a side business until you find the right dental job, do that. I'm telling you.
Right. And that's another episode that we're going to have up on, you know, how to make money as a dental student, or even as a new dentist, on areas that are not necessarily clinical dentistry. So that's good. Tell us a little bit about some projects that you're currently working on. And I know you've got several.
So the first thing, my newest project and my newest business is I launched my own dental line of products called VIP Smiles. And I'm super excited because when I looked at my top oh, this is another key. I study my top competitors. When I looked at my top competitors like Bill Dorfman, all of my top competitors had products. So I've always wanted to have a product line. Now I have my own electric or sonic toothbrushes called VIP Smiles. This baby is like the Sonicare. It's just as good and effective. It has 5 brushing modes. So anybody out there who has advanced gum disease, want whiter teeth, your teeth are stained, you want to get this powerful sonic toothbrush. And now it is less than $100. I just lowered the price, people, because I really want people to have it. It's not about the money. I want to give you what you need at an affordable price. And then I also started a teeth whitening product. You know, in the dentist, you could do the Zoom for like $500 to $800. Now I have this home teeth whitening kit with the LED lamp, and you simply, and it's only $47. You could take your dentist office strength peroxide gel, put it in the dual tray on the top and the bottom, and wear it for 15 minutes, and you will have whiter teeth in days. And then the next product that I have is the charcoal. I don't know if you guys know, but charcoal powder is the latest and hottest trend in teeth whitening. And the reason why is because it's natural. It does not harm your enamel if you get a quality product like mine. And it's affordable. My charcoal is $23, or you can get the charcoal toothbrush with the powder for like $26. And what you do is you wet your toothbrush, dip it in the powder, and you brush. And I know it seems weird that something black is going to whiten your teeth, but charcoal is a purifier. So it takes out all the toxins from your teeth and it removes the stain. So those are my products. And then, you know, I write books, Darwin, so Dr. Darwin. So along with the charcoal product, I came out with the ultimate guide to charcoal teeth whitening. So since it is new, I wanted to provide the world with the information about natural teeth whitening, how the charcoal works, and other natural ways that you can whiten your teeth in the comforts of your home. So those are the projects that I have on my VIP Smile store. And then I'm also working on kind of what you're doing. I'm going to be launching some webinars that's going to be free to the public on teeth whitening, because that's what I love. And that's the easiest and most affordable thing that you guys can do at home to upgrade your smile and take it to the next level. One of the things I want people to know is a smile is one of the first things that people will notice about you. And that's our job, to let people know that your smile is a part of your image. And the greatest thing about Cardi B's smile makeover, and you could tell, it upgraded her image. It transformed how the public perceived her. And now she's on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine and sitting next to Anna Wintour because of the confidence of her smile transformation. So changing your smile will change your life. And so I want to bring to you teeth whitening and veneers and quick, affordable ways that you can improve your smile. So the first webinar is going to be on teeth whitening, and then I'm going to take that live and go across the world and do live events where you can meet me, starting in Boston in July, and then we're going to do New York, DC, and hit the West Coast as well. So look out for my post where I will tell you where you can see me, the Queen of Smiles, live across the USA. So that's what we're doing. I'm super excited that I'll get not only to be cramped in the office, I'm no longer just confined in New York City. I'm going to be all across the world meeting you guys and dentists and consumers who want to be inspired by the Queen of Smiles.
That's awesome. Congratulations. I know probably a couple other projects that you're still in the works, so we'll keep hush-hush on those and let you
I can't give it all to you in one setting, you know. I'm full of surprises, so stay tuned. You never know what you're going to get with me.
What's the best way for people to contact you if they have more questions about your products or about mentorship or just about how you opened up and became a celebrity dentist?
Well, you can, products, you're going to go to VIPsmilesstore.com, and then you can go to my personal website, thequeenofsmiles.com, and it'll have my contact information where you can email me. And of course, you can find me all over social media at Dr. Catrise Austin on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook is where you can find me, Pinterest. I'm everywhere. So find me on social media, follow me, YouTube. I'm creating lots of new content, and that's what I'm excited about. You're going to get a lot of new content from me because now I have time to do it. So I'm just going to hit you from all angles and give you guys a just a glimpse of my life and my journey as a new business owner. I'm going to take you guys through that journey. So if you want to see me starting this new business of my product line and what it takes to start a business, follow me on Instagram and social media.
Yeah, that's good. That's the thing. You want to be omnipresent, meaning you want to be everywhere.
Everywhere,
because you don't know who's watching and which medium the most. So you got to be everywhere.
It's true.
And I think that has helped you also book some prestigious speaking engagements at Harvard.
Yeah. I spoke at Harvard. So now I do public speaking, and my message, my message is the power of a smile. So I spoke with Suzanne Summers on stage last year at Harvard. This year I am going back to Harvard the second week of July, and I will be sharing the stage with none other than Bruce Jenner, AKA what's her new name? What's her new name?
Caitlyn Jenner. I think it's
Caitlyn Jenner. Yes, I'm gonna be on stage with Caitlyn Jenner at Harvard in July, and I'm also gonna be speaking in Madrid, Spain. So the thing is, if you get your videos out there and people started to know you and you get traction, like I got an email from Colgate in my DM, like, I want you to be our spokesperson. I'm like, this is a joke. But when I called, it was literally Colgate wanted me to be their spokesperson. So keep the thing going. Watch your image. Make sure you're not doing anything crazy like me on Instagram. But watch your image. You never know who people are watching. Who's watching you.
That's right. Good feedback. Good advice. Last 4 questions, and we ask everybody who's on the show. We ask these 4 questions a little bit deeper into who you are as an individual. So last 4 questions. First one, what's your favorite day of the week? Favorite day of the week?
My favorite day of the week is Friday.
Friday. Why Friday?
Well, you know what? Friday is like the end. It's the end of the week. You can wild out. I usually travel on Fridays, so I look forward to that. I'm all over. I love to travel. That's one of my favorite things to do. So I know usually on Thursday, but Friday, I'm usually on somebody's island or somewhere like fun, kicking back and having a good time. So that's why I look forward to Friday. And you can sleep more.
That's right.
I sleep in because I used to work only Tuesday through Thursday. So for me, Friday was like Saturday. I sleep in and just relax and enjoy the day.
Good. Favorite food? What's your favorite food?
That's hard because I am a foodie, but I love soul food. I'm a collard greens eating, barbecue loving child. So I love the summer because I get to grill. I grill like several times a week. So love barbecue, love soul food, love fried chicken, and I also love seafood. Love seafood.
Okay, good. Favorite procedure? What's your favorite procedure at work?
I love me some porcelain veneers. I love porcelain veneers because you can quickly change someone's smile without them going through braces. So it's like magic. And if you do it right, it really is a magical experience for me as well as the patient. So I love porcelain veneers all day, every day.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And then the last question that we ask everybody is, what's your favorite activity or action to do outside of work, outside of your business?
Woo, you know, Darwin, I'm all over the place, having fun. I love music, so I'm traveling all over the world. Luckily, I have clients in the entertainment business, and they let me tag along. So I love going to a good concert. I love going to comedy. I'm from Michigan. I'm from Flint, Michigan, if y'all didn't know. So I'm an outdoorsy kind of girl. I horseback ride. I love swimming, jumping off cliffs, boating, anything that has to do with water. I am all over it. So that's why you'll see me in a lot of Caribbean islands and I love Caribbean food too. I love the food and I love water. So nothing makes me happier than being in the environment of water. So yeah, I am a nature girl. I know I don't seem like it, but I am all about nature.
That's great. That's great. And that means you got to keep your passport active and up to date too.
Mine gonna never expire, honey. My passport is on ready. So, yeah, so that's, and traveling is the other big thing that I love to do. So that's it. That's what I love to do.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if I can, and that's why I'm excited about the product line, because it's a way to make money and I can still be making money and do all that stuff that I love to do and not have to be in a office. So it's freedom. So that's what I'm looking forward to in the next chapter.
That's awesome. Well, Dr. Austin, thank you so much for sharing the first chapter that you've developed and that you've implemented and that you've lived over the last 20 some years in developing your brand and also developing and becoming a celebrity dentist and cosmetic celebrity dentist. We, like I said, people have been following you. People have been asking for this interview and we finally got you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I had to come on for you.
Yes, that's right. And we're definitely looking forward to your continued success and seeing
part 2
being in part 2, chapter number 2. So thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Darwin.
You're welcome. And if you guys want us to say thank you to you, send me an email and also comment on this video below and tell us what you think about the video. Also, if you have questions or if you want to add to the content and be influential about the content that you want to see here, send me an email right here at newdentistcoach@gmail.com, newdentistcoach@gmail.com. Dr. Austin, again, thanks so much, and we'll follow you. And we'll post all the information below so that people can follow you and follow the second chapter of your career and your life. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Stay tuned for the ride. Bye.